Happy St. Patrick's Day and welcome inside the GC Arena after a substantial break of men's volleyball action. It's the University of Southern California Trojans against your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. I'm Dinah Johnson alongside Marley Thompson, the voices behind this evening's volleyball action. Marley, the Lopes are back from a pretty hefty break. The last time they were inside the GC Arena was when they took down the #1 team BYU, which they split the 2 games and knocked the Cougars off the top spot.
The Lopes acquired the program's first ever win against a #1 ranked team. The Lopes also opened up the record books as they earned a spot in the NCAA record books by winning the highest scoring set in men's volleyball history at 45-43. GCU now sits 7th in the NVA AVCA Division 1 and 2 men's coaches poll, 5th in their conference. For USC, their last matches that have been against Concordia, taking home only 1 win. They are ranked right under GCU in 6th place in the Mountain Pacific. The Lopes are now going to hit the court for the first time since the 27th, and we will see who can strike down the other.
And it looks like we're going to get started with the prayer, the national anthem, and the starting lineup. So I'm going to send you guys down there. We'll see you in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise if you are able. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Grace Haskins, a junior majoring in marketing and advertisement with a minor in sports management and a GCU Havocs leader.
Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you so much for today and the opportunity that we have to be here and to enjoy the sport of volleyball. I just pray for protection over all the players, wisdom for all the coaches and officials, and that everything that's done here tonight would be done for your glory. In your name, amen.
Thank you, Grace. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the playing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by our very own Thundering Herd Pep Band under the direction of the professor, Dr. Paul Cook, and tonight his associate, Nate Swift. Thank you. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for the Trojans of the University of Southern California, at outside hitter, a 6'4" junior, #1, Brandon Browning. The liberos, a 5'10" senior, #3, Cole Paxson. The setter is a 6'2" senior, #6, Chris Hall. At middle blocker, a 6'7" senior, #7, Vikas Lewin. At outside hitter, a 6'8" junior, #11, Billy Fauntleroy. At outside hitter, a 6'8" junior, #15, Clay Dickinson. And a middle blocker, a 6'6" sophomore, #19, Lucas Frasrand. The Trojans are 2-7 on the season, 2-7 in Mountain Pacific Sports Federation play. They're led by head coach Jeff Nygaard. Assistant coaches Gary Sato and Rory Prager. right, Lobes fans, get ready. All right, Lobes fans, it's time to get on your feet and make some noise! This is the starting lineup for your Grand Canyon University at Lopes. An outside hitter, a 6'5" freshman from Carlsbad, California, number 5, Camden Gianni. The setter is a 6'7" sophomore from Haines City, Florida, number 8, Heath Hughes. At middle blocker, a 6'7" senior from Santa Barbara, California, number 10, Yippee-ki-yay, Ian McLean. An outside hitter, a 6'5" sophomore from Carlsbad, California, number 11, Christian Janke. The libero is a 6'3" sophomore from beautiful Santan Valley, Arizona, number 13, Cole Udall. At opposite, a 6'8" junior from Verviers, Belgium, number 19, Hugo Fisher. And a middle blocker, a 6'7" sophomore from Orlando, Florida, number 23, Kyle Thompson. The Lopes are 2-4 of the season, 2-4 in Mountain Pacific Sports Federation play. Currently ranked number 7 in the nation. They're led by head coach Matt Worley, assistant coach Keith Smith, graduate assistant Andrew Hall.
And just to go ahead and recap those starting lineups for you, for USC, the Trojans in black. We got number 1, Brandon Browning. Number 3, Cole Paxson. Number 6, Chris Hall. Number 7, Vekas Lewin. Number 11, Billy Fauntleroy. Number 15, Clay Dickinson. And number 19, Lucas Frasrand. And for your Grand Canyon University Antelopes in white, we got number 5, Camden Gianni. Number 8, Heath Hughes. Number 10, Ian McLean. Number 11, Christian Janke. Number 13, in the libero jersey, we got Cole Udall. And number 19, Hugo Fisher. And finally, number 23, Kyle Thompson. Serve is right around the corner. The Lopes are coached by head coach Matt Worley and assistant coach Keith Smith, and USC is coached by head coach Jeff Nygaard and assistant coaches Gary Sato and Rory Greger. And it looks like the Lopes are going to go ahead and have the first serve. It'll be Camden Gianni.
The Lopes will be the first set of the serve. Camden Gianni to serve.
Marley, originally this game was scheduled to be the home opener for Lopes, but got postponed due to the pandemic. Both teams are closely ranked and are excited to face off against each other. Here's first serve, Gianni kicking it off. Gianni picked up. Out of system, Hugo Fisher, and that's gonna fall. Brandon Browning tried to get a piece of that, was not able to.
Hugo Fisher, great step up from the years past. Even last year he had improved immensely. He has 70 points this year, so let's add one more.
Picked up by Cole Paxson. Back row, Brandon Browning. Christian Janke finding a hole on the court. Lopes are up by 2. It is 2-0.
Christian Janke, one of those big guys that we have. He was actually named Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Defensive Player of the Week, and it will show here tonight.
Tipped over Heath Hughes there. Hugo Fisher picked up again. Great coverage by setter Heath Hughes. And yeah, Christian Janke, very talented outside hitter. Had a little bit of a slow start early on in the season, but he's really found his groove in the past couple games.
And how about Heath Hughes in number 8 on GCU's side? He is currently ranked 10th nationally in digs, and it just showed right there. As it seemed like he kind of had a little J-stroke to get it up right there, Diana, but nicely executed and nice effort to continue to keep the ball up.
Head coach Nygaard having a little chat with the down ref. Not really sure what the topic of their conversation is, as I didn't really see anything in that last play that seemed questionable to me. Lucas Frasrand from the middle scores USC's first point of the game. It is 2-1. And Marley, both teams are pretty closely ranked as far as the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation goes. What are some ways that the GCU Lopes can accomplish a win on this Wednesday night matchup with the Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game?
Well, Diana, number 1 is long break, no problem. Number 2 is shake and bake, and number 3 is get up fighter.
Hugo Fisher, cross court, right on the line, great placement. And that'll be point number 4 for the Lopes. They're up 4-1 as senior Ian McLean takes it off with the serve. And that one's gonna fall short. Point goes to USC, it's 4-2. Lucas Frasrand back to the service line. Gianni Hughes, Kyle Thompson hits that one wide.
Oh man, and right there you can see his 12-foot vertical of a jump that he has. Great energy, and was most improved last year, and it just keeps continuing to improve.
Janke tips, that stuffs that one right through the block. And I mean, we were talking about him earlier in the game. He's got such a high volleyball IQ right there to read that situation. Hugo Fisher sits number 2 on the team with service aces. Back row, picked up. Massive kill by Clay Dickinson, the redshirt junior.
Oh man, and I think everyone was a little surprised there as it bounced off Camden Gianni's foot right there for the save. I think he didn't even know that it happened. But then once again, USC striking it down for the point.
That one's gonna go outside the court. Point goes to Lopes, it's 6-4.
Christian Janke to serve.
Janke back to serve. That one goes outside the court, and man, I don't love seeing service errors early on in these first sets. I mean, if you fast backwards to that BYU game, that second set, it was just a game of service errors. That's the reason they set that record, that NCAA record of most points played, was because both teams just kept getting service error again. Both teams just kept getting service errors.
And we saw that a lot last season, predominantly in the first set, and that last game that they played against BYU. GCU had about 15 more errors than BYU did, and in the end, that will cost you.
And that one's gonna fall in. Billy Fauntleroy picking up his second kill of the evening.
And Billy, oh, go ahead, Diana.
USC keeping it close. It's 7-6.
And Billy Fauntleroy, man, he's an impressive guy as well. He is actually right under Camden Gianni and second nationally for kills per set. So let's see who can get kill after kill. Right there, as we mentioned, Camden with a crazy kill to knock down.
What I'm seeing right now is kind of funny, actually. There isn't much of blocks going on. Both outsides are just having a heyday as far as that goes. And Fauntleroy once again hits that one down line. That's gonna stick inside the court.
And it's fun seeing the transition from women's to men. If you watch how they set, girls will do a little hop maybe or hit it, but they usually do this ginormous step jump into their sets, which are a lot more powerful, which then make the rallies a lot shorter, but sometimes a lot more interesting as well.
Yeah, definitely. I suggest our viewers watch either Heath Hughes or setter Chris Hall for USC. You'll see what Marley is talking about there. Gianni. A service ace. Gianni with a service ace, and that will be his 12th on the season. He's ranked #1 on the Lopes side.
And you know, that was right off Billy Fauntleroy, who is right underneath Camden Gianni.
And Gianni actually ranks 5th in the nation in aces per set with .60. And there's another service ace. Man, he's got to be moving up in the national rankings with those.
Clay Dickinson trying to get that dig right there, cannot quite get it up, but great effort.
Johnny going for the hat trick of service aces. He's on fire tonight.
Should we make a bet on how many service aces he can get?
I don't bet, Marley, but man, those were some awesome service aces. USC's going to talk that one over. We're going to revisit the Sanderson Ford 3 keys of the game. Marley, how can the Lopes continue to be successful in this first set and the sets that follow?
As I previously mentioned, #1, a long break, no problem, as we said. Their last game was February 27th, but that does not change a thing for them, or should not change a thing for them. It's time for them to adapt and make changes. Shake and bake, the offense and the defense dynamic needs to be balanced in order to shoot them across that finish line for this match against USC today. And #3, get up fighter. Even though they only took away 1 win against BYU, it was still against the #1 ranked team. And they showed that they are fighters, and especially goes back to the 45-43 point set, Diana. And these are the 3 keys that they should keep in mind in order for them to take down USC.
Yeah, the Lopes just steamrolling through their season. They got about, I think, 5 more games, including this one, left on their season. Doing a great job. Seeing that a good ranking. And, I mean, Marley, we were talking to head coach Matt Worley at the beginning of the year, and we were talking about how, I mean, GCU is slowly becoming known as a men's volleyball program school. A top one at that, indeed.
Yes, and as we were continuing talking to him, we were telling him how excited we were that they won against UCLA, and that is not what he wants. He does not want this program to be known as, oh my Lord, it's a surprise that we won against a ranked team or a big team. He wants it to be a normal thing.
And I think they're slowly working towards that, which is just an incredible thing to be involved in and witness. So,
and they got good freshmen that have come in this well and a transfer as well.
Hughes. Ian McLean from the middle, quick. He's one that's really quiet during the game, and then he makes those key plays. He just comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, he's very stealth, but he for sure makes a huge bang when he goes out there on the court.
Silent but deadly indeed. Fauntleroy picked up by Hughes. Janky from the inside. That's gonna fall. That is Janky's second kill of the evening. Lopes are up by 6. It is 14-8.
And it knocked Clay Dickinson right in the chest right there. Shook him up a little bit. And now we have Ian McLean.
And blocked by Hugo Fisher. Browning tried to poke that one through, was not able to. I mean, you got a ginormous block on that outside. Not much you can do with that.
And although USC is wearing their mask on there, we can only see their eyes, they do look a little worried, a little out of sorts right now as Clay Dickinson, it went right off his fingertips like there was nothing there.
Yeah, it's not often we see a service ace from Ian McLean, but I know maybe in that last timeout, head coach Worley was just like, okay, guys, we're not going to have a bad service game tonight. Let's see some aces.
They're listening right now.
Picked up by Gianni. Hugo Fisher with the tip. Finds a spot on the court. It is 17-8, folks, and we're rapidly closing in on that 25-point marker that ends the first set. And the Trojans, they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. So we're going to go ahead and send you guys to a quick break. We'll be right back here with the conclusion of set number 1. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV. Welcome back inside the GCU Arena for the conclusion of set number 1. It is the USC Trojans against your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. And Marley, we got some pretty impressive coaching staff in the house tonight. We got Jeff Nygaard for the Trojans, the head coach. He's a 3-time Olympian in indoor and beach volleyball and a 2-time collegiate MVP while playing on a pair of NCAA championship teams at UCLA. I mean, I find that funny that he's coaching at USC and he played for UCLA. He was also named the head coach of the U.S. men's volleyball team prior to the 2016 season after serving the previous 5 seasons as a Trojan assistant. He's now in his 6th season. And I mean, on GCU side, we got Matt Worley.
Yeah, Matt Worley, it's his 5th season here with us. He is the winningest coach here at GCU. He has 70+ wins. As we mentioned when we sat down with him, he is an incredible guy, very nice, very personable, and he has picked up wins over top 10 teams, as we said, Stanford, UCLA last year, Pepperdine, and he has transformed this program into something great.
Yeah, always a pleasure to talk to Worley. I love talking to both the volleyball coaches. They're super friendly people. Very passionate about the sport of volleyball. Janke, he's going to stuff that one in between Lewin and Fauntleroy to get himself another kill. That's his 3rd on the afternoon.
And we have Lucas Frasrad to sub out, and we have Cole Baxton to come in for his place.
Fisher. And holy cow, that's another kill. Fauntleroy ranks number 2 in the nation in kills percent.
And when you see some of those kind of on the line, it's funny to see the players look up at the ref and see their final decision right there. But great, powerful play right there. And if you're watching at home, watch how high these boys jump and get for these kills and attacks and serves.
Camden Gianni with the back row play with the tip. Browning says he can tip too. Point's gonna go to the Lopes. It looks like, yep, the refs are saying it was someone in the net.
Christian Janke to serve.
I was about to talk about that play right there, but they called the net. As obviously said, USC not happy with that, and it is now 19-10 GCU.
That one's gonna go outside the court. Point goes to USC. It's still, Lopes are still up. It's 19-11. Brandon Browning, the outside junior, back to serve.
Browning is a returning starter this year. He has 94 kills already and 107.5 points.
And talk about someone with a massive vertical, Kyle Thompson, adding his name to the stats column. That's his first kill tonight.
And as we call those kills that are oh so sweet, Diana, that is a dirt dessert.
I just love it when you come into these casts with these silly
little slang terms.
Service ace for Tanner Petchel. Someone we don't see check into the game too often, but when he does, it's for his serving. The dirt dessert, I love that.
Oh yeah, Tanner, we saw him come in a little bit last season as well. He finished third on the team with assists, and he does a great job when he does come in. Trying to convince the ref right there that it was GCU's point.
Yeah, he's a very consistent server, which is one of the reasons Worley checks him in. Lewin. That one floats right out of bounds. Lopes are dangerously close to that 25th point. They're up 22-12. Really not playing around in this first set.
They don't want to go to 45 points.
Yeah. I don't know if I have enough words to commentate another 45-point game.
And that one, it goes right next to Cole Udall. He has 19 assists and 39 digs. Unfortunately, could not add another dig right there. He tried to reach his arm out, but could not quite get to the ball.
Hall, the setter, floats that one outside the bounds. And man, we got to have quite a few service errors by now. We got 3 for USC side, as well 4 now, and GCU has about 3. Gianni sneaks that one over the net. Back row, Browning inside that right side corner.
I love how hard and how high these boys jumps, and then in return they show that they can do it just as well or even better.
Heath in the lane, stuffs that in the middle of the defender's legs. I didn't quite catch who it was. Silent but deadly.
And it just stopped right there between his legs, kind of shocked and looked like he laid an egg.
You could say that. Mm-hmm. And just like that, it's set point for the Lopes. And blocked by Janke and Thompson. Fauntleroy tried to make a play off that one, was not able to. But holy cow, the Lopes really not messing around in this first set. They really want to show USC what they got this season. We're going to go ahead and send you guys to a break. We'll be right back here with set number 2. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU's vibrant community and expansive campus is ranked top 20 for best college campuses in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
From reimagining the way you work to reassessing what you need, you've changed the way you do business. And now, so have we. With no annual contracts and flexible internet and voice solutions, you'll have what you need to get back to business. Rethink, reconnect, reimagine. Switch to Cox Business today.
Well, GCU fans, welcome back inside the arena. Make sure to get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshop.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Make sure to use promo code GameDay20 today only to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Log on and get your gear today. Well, it is the end of set 1, and now we are heading off for set 2.
It should be a little bit of an interesting set. I think now USC is like, okay, this is what we're working with. This is how this is gonna go. We're gonna game plan. We're gonna figure a few things out.
Yeah, USC definitely needs to buckle down here in set 2 if they want a chance in sticking in it. Obviously, you could go to 5 sets. I understand that, but there needs to be some communication, and they just need to have better control and overall understanding.
There's a lot of athletes on USC side that have volleyball in their blood, Marley. I mean, we were talking about this before the game. Quite a few of them. There's George Dyer and Billy Fauntleroy, as well as Adam Flood, Noah Franklin, and I guess we didn't mention it already, but the assistant coach, Gary Sato, has quite a bit of volleyball in his blood as well. Gianni, and that's gonna fall. That's his second kill.
And now the Lopes fans can sit down, but USC needs to stand up even higher if they want to knock down the kills and attacks that Gianni brings in the front line.
Yeah, they definitely have to be spot on in their blocking, making sure they're closing those seams up and really getting their footwork there. Gianni with another service ace. That's his 4th one. He's really sharpened up his jump topspin timing. I mean, it's really hard to get that down.
And you can see a lot of the guys have transferred to the back row for when he serves.
Scooching back, Gianni picked up, kept alive, but over. Free ball for the Lopes. Hughes, back row, Janky! Where did he come from? We don't know. That puts the Lopes up 3-0.
Oh man, and bless his soul, but Brandon Browning has been getting a lot of these kills from these guys, and he is just trying to keep it up, but the Lopes are just a little too powerful right now.
As Janky hits that one outside the court. Clay Dickinson back to serve. It's a pretty packed house in here, actually. Looks a lot like a basketball game. But no more basketball, obviously, as tournament time has come and go.
And you know, USC's basketball team is actually doing the dance in March Madness along with GCU, so we wish both teams best of luck as they do the dance.
Yeah, first time in GCU history that our basketball team has actually made it to the March Madness tournament, so very excited for them. You can tune in to that game on Saturday.
Yep, Saturday around 3:25 p.m. and unfortunately some of us will be working, so we'll have to sneak a look every once in a while.
For sure. Lucas Frasran kicking it off with the serve. And Hugo Fisher, line judge, slowly put up her flag there. She was like,
Hugo Fisher to serve.
Little over the head of Billy Fauntleroy right there.
That's Hugo Fisher's third kill. He's immediately going to take the serve. And Kyle Thompson, happy birthday from the middle. Let's go up by 4. It is 6-2.
And Kyle Thompson just single-handedly slapped that thing down, Diana. And he's one of those guys who picked up volleyball really late, but you could never tell.
No, he was just a senior in high school, I want to say.
Around junior or senior, yeah.
That's crazy. I believe he was doing another sport. He wanted to play another sport in college. I believe it was baseball. Sustained a few injuries, decided to pick up volleyball, befriended Heath Hughes, and they both came to GCU. Janke kept alive by Paxson. Janke again, tipped, kept alive, picked up by Udall. Janke again. Paxson keeps it alive. Browning, cross court, Cole Udall, Christian Janke's there. Back row blocked, Kyle Thompson. And Lopes still up, it's 7-3.
Oh my Lord, the energy inside of here, Diana, it kind of feels back to old times right now. Great job laying out by Hughes and then running back by Camden, but then great delivery by USC as well. Cole Udall, great job, but in the end it was GCU to block that ball.
Yeah, that was a really good rally. Both sides putting in really good effort.
Great save by Paxson to keep that alive.
Janke with the serve. Ulex with the top spin. That's inside the court. Service ace for Christian Janke. I believe that is his first, yep, that's his first one for the evening.
And look at the stats, and GCU now has 8 service aces. And that 9, yeah.
Oh my goodness, could Janke get a hat trick just like Camden Gianni in the service stat category? We don't know, but all we know is it's raining aces out here for GCU. We're gonna send you to a quick commercial break. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
And welcome back inside the GC Arena. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the stats for you guys, presented by Commonwealth Insurance.
That's right. Take a look at the kills right there. GCU's at 14. The errors are relatively low. I believe GCU has around 3 errors. And then this was for last set. And so assists, they had 13. USC had 9. GCU had 7, and then they had 4. In the end, GCU coming out victorious for set 1. And now we are on the way with set 2, GCU 9 and USC 3. Both teams coming out with a lot of energy on the last plays, you can see that USC is getting their stuff together and ready to compete against GCU.
Janke going for that third ace. Make it a ace hat trick. Almost picked up. Lewin from the middle. That's his first kill.
And it was not just Lewin right there as well. It was also number 6, Chris Hall, who kind of, passed it over to him, and then it was Lewin to knock it down. But I think it's so funny because sometimes their tips look like dumps to me. They're so powerful.
Gianni. Paxson diving to try and keep that one alive. Not able to. Lopes are in the double digits. It's 10-4.
Kyle Thompson to serve.
Kyle Thompson, jump floater. Hall to Lewin, blocked. And that one's gonna get hit wide by Fauntleroy.
And great job for Hugo Fisher to get his arm out of the way and read the court and understand that that ball was out, and now GCU's point.
Thompson, Hall to Lewin. What a great spot. He really just looked at his surroundings, looked at the court, saw that right side dump area was open. Great. Looks like he's got a nice high volleyball IQ as well. Lewin. Hugo Fisher picked up by Browning. Dickinson. The refs are gonna call him in the net. Point will go to the Lopes. It's 12-5.
Yeah, a questionable call a little bit right there. You could tell that one judge thought one way and the ref, thought the other, but we do not disagree. Oh, and a big joust right there, kind of, that don't know.
That was such an impressive joust from the setter. One-handed. I'm so speechless. He's got such a good shoulder on him to hold that one to the middle blocker for GCU.
Yeah, good job for Camden as well. Knocked down to the ground a little bit, but they deliver right there.
Ian McLean from the middle. Silent but deadly.
Big joust. I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of speechless.
Watching at home, make sure to rewind that later on tonight.
And that's a service ace again from Camden Johnny. There was no doubt in my mind that this kid is going to be moving up into that #1 spot in that national ranking. I mean, he already holds several spots. #1 spots nationally. #1 in attacks per set, #1 in kills per set, and #1 in points per set. Paxson picks it up. Hall to the middle, blocked by Ian McLean. Frasran trying to get that one over, not able to.
Camden Gianni to serve. Timeout, Trojans.
And USC is going to talk this one over. We're gonna go ahead and send you guys to another break. We'll be back here with perhaps the conclusion of set #2. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
When life seems uncertain, there's one credit union that provides both dollars and cents. Copper State Credit Union. With solutions that focus on our members, you can take advantage of competitive rates, free cashback checking, and local attentive service. Uplifting our community is a standard we live by. That's why thousands of your Arizona neighbors rely on us. Strengthening Arizona families through financial empowerment. That's Copper State Credit Union.
Welcome back inside the GC Arena in Marley. The boys on both sides are pretty nationally ranked. I mean, do you want to unpack that as far as on the Lopes and USC side?
Well, as mentioned about Camden, he's 5th in the nation for aces, which I'm sure will change after tonight as he has 5 or 6 service aces. He's 1st in attacks per set, first in kills per set, first in points per set. Man, having a hard time catching my breath right there, and I have no doubt that he will continue to thrive in those spots as well. Heath Hughes, 10th nationally in digs, 2nd in the nation in assists per set. And then on the USC side, Billy Fauntleroy, 8th in points per set, 2nd in the nation in kills, right behind Camden, as we mentioned. So overall, great guys ranked nationally, great group who is very versatile with a lot of skill.
Gianni with the serve, and that's another service ace from the sophomore from California.
Camden Gianni to serve. Coming in for the Trojans, number 4, Jackson Reed.
7 service aces. This is amazing. And we have number 4, Jackson Reed, stepping in for USC. Freshman out of Carlsbad, California. Same place where Christian Janke is actually from.
I believe Camden Gianni is also from Carlsbad, California as well. Fauntleroy hitting that one outside the bounds. Guys are a little frustrated on that, looking for a touch. The refs aren't going to give it to them. And I just wanted to check back in on Camden Gianni's year in basically in college. And his is a little confusing. He's actually a redshirt freshman. I called him a sophomore because he's been here for 3 years, but he took that medical redshirt his freshman year. And then they obviously got another year of eligibility due to the pandemic. So he's actually a redshirt freshman. He's got many, many years ahead at GCU, I guess.
Good for GCU, yeah.
Fauntleroy picked up by Gianni, kept alive. Scrambling Janke into the net.
Now that was a perfect example of a little J stroke right there by Camden Gianni. One-handed, kind of over the head in the shape of a J, and perfectly getting it over the net. 17-7 in GCU.
Janke picking it up. Hugo Fisher blocked.
Hugo Fisher.
But that one fell actually on USC's side. That was a very illusion play. I had no clue what was happening there. Sometimes it's hard to see which side the ball falls on from where we're sitting as far as on the net goes. McLean. Excuse me, Fauntleroy.
Right off the hands of Heath Hughes. That will go to USC. And the ball came really fast towards Matt Worley on the side, but he put a fist up, and his old volleyball habits coming in.
Yeah, I used to be a setter. Janke. From the outside, down line. Stuffed in between Kyle Paulson's legs.
Oh man, GCU's just having those ball stoppers between the legs of USC, and there's nothing that they can do about it.
I don't know if it's because they're not getting low enough or what. Fisher. Paxton's there. That one goes off the top of the block. Setter dump from Heath Hughes, did not see that one coming. Back row, looking for a touch. Max Beck hits that one out of bounds. Point goes to Lopes. It is 20-8. Hugo Fisher back to serve.
Nicely executed little dump. You can hear in the crowd, everyone was awing and that, but then it was greatly recovered by Kyle Paulson, number 20 on USC's side.
Fisher. Paxton picked up from the middle. Janke into the net.
Billy Fauntleroy to serve.
Fauntleroy back to serve. And that one goes wide. Side out for Lopes. Jenke's gonna go ahead and take the serve. He's got 2 service aces. See if he can't get that hat trick of service aces that I was talking about, Marley. Paxton's there. It's out to Jackson Reed. That one goes off the block and out of bounds. Point goes to the Lopes. Christian Jenke, or excuse me, Camden Gianni picking up his 5th kill.
And it's so fun to watch the agility of all these players. Actually, agility is necessary for all players who are part of the team, but sliding from one side to the other, being able to group up and be there and read the court. Very, very fun thing to watch.
Jenke trickles over the net. Back row, that's tip pick up by Hugo Fisher. Back row, Jenke. He was trying to keep that one in play.
Laying there under the net, trying not to make it as noticeable, but fortunately that goes to USC. A great save by Hugo Fisher.
Reed back to serve. Hughes to Kyle Thompson. No contesting that. It's 23-10.
And again, what a sweet, sweet dirt dessert. And a dirt dessert, I love using that term, is a sweet, sweet kill in volleyball.
Tanner Petchel checks in, takes the serve. Blocked by Gianni and McLean. Now we're going to go out of system to Gianni off the block. That one goes. Hughes takes a swing at it. Gianni. Christian Jenke's there. Hugo Fisher takes a big swing, kept alive. Woo! That one's impressive play from the Trojans. McLean able to keep it alive. Dump from Kyle Paulson. The setter checked in for Chris Hall. What a great placement of a setter dump.
And you know, rallies usually aren't long in men's volleyball, but great job by the team. The energy and the vigor and everything right there was just well executed. Got to hand it to Brandon Browning. He's doing an excellent job on USC's side, having save after save, keeping his team in it.
Gianni blocked. Looked like it maybe was going to go out of bounds, but it came back and hit him. But actually the refs are going to call it a double on that one. Max Beck back to serve. Beck falling that one to the line. That's gonna fall inside. Lopes are at set point for this second set. Hughes gonna try and end it with the serve. And in the middle, Frasrand trying to make a quick play on that one. Not able to, goes into the net. Point goes to Lopes. That's gonna end the second set. And man, looked like, I mean, USC started making all these new substitutions at the end of that game, and actually was working for them. They picked up quite a few points, got a few scoring runs, but GCU just was too dominant, kept their little steamroller going.
Exactly. One of those people who sticks out to us is number 20, Kyle Paulson, who came in Again, I gotta mention Brandon Browning, who is just in that back row and just really dominating it and picking up where things might leave off, trying to help out his team. But again, Camden Gianni, Christian Jenke, Hugo Fisher, Ian McLean, Keith Hughes, Cole Udall, Kyle Thompson, all these guys, they're coming out with that energy that I don't know can be matched by USC.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting third set. We'll see if the head coach for USC is going to keep with that trend of making new substitutions and new guys. But we're going to go ahead and send you guys to a quick break. We'll be right back here with set number 3. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
It's time to get away. It's time to escape. It's a new day to play. Your retreat awaits at Talking Stick Resort. Indulge your appetite for excitement with our thrilling table games, our electrifying slots, our outstanding restaurants, and our exceptional accommodations. It's all waiting for you. It's a new day to play at Talking Stick Resort. Play in style.
Joel Embiid is unhappy.
Like, really unhappy.
Because the internet keeps using not-so-amazing GIFs to react to his amazing highlights. Mountain Dew presents the Joel Embiid Deserves Better Reactions gift collection.
Now I'm so happy.
Welcome back inside the GCU Arena. Well, GCU fans, if you think men's volleyball is exciting, you should check out the rest of our sports. If you haven't already, it's time to download the Lopes Nation app. Watch GCU home sporting events directly from your app. Receive personalized news and score updates. We got a lot of sports going on, so make sure you come out and support your Lopes.
Yeah, we do indeed have a lot of sports going on around campus. Got softball later on this week, baseball, of course, and I mean, once again, it's not on campus, but I'm going to mention it as much as possible because it's exciting.
It's a big deal, yeah.
That men's basketball game on Saturday.
Men's basketball will be playing number 2 Iowa in Indiana.
Beckus Lucan from the middle there. Hugo Fisher cross court picked up by Hall. Paxton sets outside. That one's blocked by the Lopes. Free ball from Fauntleroy. Ian McLean from the middle. McLean has a absolutely perfect hitting percentage right now. He's got 6 kills on 6 attempts. What more could you ask?
And Ian McLean, I mean, what a man. He's getting his graduate right now here at GCU. He actually finished 2nd in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation in hitting percentage last season.
And that point will go to USC. Fauntleroy is going to go ahead and serve. We're knotted up at 1. Camden Gianni from the right side. Don't really see him coming from that side of the outside positions, but talented man on all parts of the net. That's his 5th kill.
And that just goes back to the versatility that a lot of these players have to have. Camden is an outside hitter, and usually that is the left side, but as you saw right there, from the right side and can still put down points.
Browning hits that one outside of the bounds. and struggles to stay out of the net there. Gianni gonna try for more service aces. He's got 7. 7 of the 11 for the Lopes. USC yet to get a service ace on the Lopes. Browning! Stuffs that one kind of between Cole Udall's legs, says I can do that as well.
And Brandon Browning stepping back for USC, adding to that 107 points that he had coming into the game. He had 94 kills and 45 digs as well. See what he does here.
Ian McLean once again adding to his kill tally. 7th kills on 7 attempts. It's perfect 1,000 hitting percentage. That one goes off the block. Gianni outside to Fisher. Off the top of the block, hits Lewin's hands. Paxson back row. Cross court, Ian McLean gets a dig. Sent over. Paxson out of system, back row for Fauntleroy. Off the top of the block, Gianni's there. Christian Janke tips that one over. Fauntleroy hits that one out of bounds. Boys are really frustrated at the refs for not calling a touch.
And Fauntleroy has been one of those constant players who, it's just close calls on everything that he does, and he's getting really frustrated, but as you saw down on the floor, he was scrambling to get back up. And even though he's frustrated, he knows that he has to show up for his team. His teammates telling him to calm down a little bit. And how about Ian McLean? Although there was that error right there, his dig seemed a little cross-legged down there on the court, but got it back up for GCU.
I love it when middles get digs. Hugo Fisher pushes that through the block. He's climbing the stat ladder with 6 kills. With 1 assist, 1 dig, and 1 block. Fisher back to serve. GCU's up by 6. Dickinson inside the court. Almost took out the head of that line judge right there.
Almost took off the head of Cole Udall on GCU too. GCU 6 and USC 4.
Hall. Hughes. Janke through the block. That is his 5th kill.
And USC looking a little discouraged out there on the court. They are still in this set. It has only just begun. They just need to pick their feet up a little bit.
That one's hit out of bounds by Janke. Looks like USC staying in this 3rd set a little bit better. They're starting to warm up, getting used to their surroundings. Dickinson. Udall's there for the service reception. Thompson. Dickinson, Cole Udall with the dig. Gianni blocked and inside the court. That'll be, looks like Frassrand got most of that block.
And now we have Dickinson to step back once again for USC.
Udall's there. Kyle Thompson. Timing was off, tipped there. And solo block for the center, Heath Hughes.
So much happened right there in that short little rally. Started with Kyle Thompson, a little confusion on what he should do, but it looked like he froze in the air a little bit, Diana, right there. And then what a block by Heath Hughes.
It was almost like he went in for the decoy and didn't realize, wasn't expecting to get set. Gianni off the top of the block. That's his 6th kill.
And I always love Heath, seeing him go out for those saves, as last year he had one of those who went over the little scoreboard stats area over there, and always a fun player to watch. Goes all in.
Fauntleroy blocked and out of bounds. Yeah, Hughes, definitely. This is my sole opinion, but I think he has the most hustle on that team, and I think that's one of the reasons why he is the starting setter, is because he really puts his heart into every single play and just does not give up. That one's going to get sent out of bounds by Frassrand.
Another reason why he's 2nd in the nation for assists as well.
Yeah, really racking up the assists. Hughes. Lewin. Getting another kill for him. That's his 3rd. Hitting about a .400 hitting percentage, which is pretty good.
And Lewin has stepped up in a big way as well. Again, I don't know if they figured out the perfect combination or need to warm up more or whatever, but Lewin has done a great job.
Foot fault. Point will go to the Lopes. And just like that, Gianni's back around to serve again. Hall, back row. Fauntleroy hits that one out of bounds. Gianni once again at the back line. It is 12-8.
Fauntleroy not any more happy with that play right here, but fun fact about him, he speaks Chinese. Very interesting thing. I've never read that about anybody on a team, honestly, unless they haven't given us that information. But a fun fact for the little player over there, or big player, Billy Fauntleroy.
I certainly can't speak Chinese. Ian McLean. That'll ruin his 100% hitting percentage. Janky. That's his 6th kill.
And Fauntleroy trying to set it up in the air, but unfortunately no one was there in the front court to keep it alive.
McLean. Ball outside to Dickinson. That's going to stick inside the court. And yeah, it looks like USC is going to keep this 3rd set closer. It's more of that seesaw back and forth action that I like to see. Vekis Lewin back to serve. Floats that one over. Janky kept alive by Lewin. Dickinson blocked. Tried to kick it up with his foot.
And we had Janky, Thompson, and Hugo Fisher up there for the block, but Christian Janky got majority of that right there.
Dickinson, cross court inside. And he's really making some plays in this 3rd set that's really kept USC alive. That's his 5th kill. Hall, Udall receives that one. Outside to Janky. That one goes off the block. Thompson missing the timing there. And does not matter because the refs are going to call that one as an over the net on USC's side. Marley, we talked about how many sports are going on around campus. There's a lot of them. I mean, there's softball, but let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule.
Well, we have women's soccer taking on UTRGV this Thursday at 7 p.m. We have softball versus Idaho State this Friday, the 19th at 4 p.m. And then baseball versus SU Friday, the 19th at 6 p.m. So make sure to down that Lopes Nation app and then make sure to follow along as our men's basketball team is currently in Indiana, and they will take on number 2 Iowa to continue to do that dance during the March Madness. Well, we are in the middle of set 3. It is a closer set. GCU 15, USC 11. Little communication errors on USC's side and great execution on GCU's side coming out here. GCU's hitting percentage is .421%, and they have held USC to .11.
That's pretty good. I mean, I'm really enjoying this third set. I love a good back and forth game. And I mean, it should be like this because both teams are pretty evenly ranked as far as the MPSF goes. USC sitting at 6th to Grand Canyon's 5th ranking. Janke. And that's a service ace for Janke. Give him a hat trick in service aces. And it's getting really loud in here.
Love the energy in men's volleyball games always. I always tell everyone, you gotta go to a men's volleyball game. It's just a different type of energy, just like our men's basketball team when it is, everything is normal. And if you watch the sideline, if you can see the bench, they just go crazy every single time. We got some funny celebrations as well.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching the guys' celebrations. They had a few funny ones last year, like rowing the boat and such. Hall, back row, Dickinson. Udall got a piece of it. Not able to put it up high enough so that his teammates could get a play off of it. But it's pretty darn close. It's 16-13.
Yeah, Cole trying to add to his 4 digs that he has. He has 36 digs so far this season. A great hustle by him. And one fun thing about Cole Udall as he checks out, I love it during media day. We asked him, what is your spirit animal? And he says, well, I'm quiet and I'm stealth and blah, blah, blah. But I think I'm an elephant. And you know, sometimes when he comes out here on the court, he does make that loud sound and leaves his mark.
Yeah, a lot of the guys had some interesting answers to that question. Gianni through the block. What a look.
And split the Red Sea because Camden is coming through. Great one-handed save by Janke as well. And now we got number 5, Tanner Petchel.
And that's not enough juice in that one for Brandon Browning. Looked like he thought he was maybe a little bit closer to the net. Just kind of lost depth perception there.
And Chris Hall on that side as well was trying to set it up. All around was just a weird play for USC.
Pushed over by Janke. Paxton out of system. Fauntleroy off the block and out of bounds. That'll be another kill for him.
And you know, at the beginning of that serve, it was almost a let where it kind of hits the net and then falls down, but USC was able to get that back up. Fauntleroy discussing with the ref, clarifying things as there has been close calls here and a lot of frustration. So they just want to double check with everything, as it is 19 GCU, USC 14.
And I just wanted to take a look at our records as far as service aces in a game. And GCU just set a record in that here tonight with 12 aces. The last record, or the standing record, is 11 in 4 different matches in 2020 against UCLA, in 2017 against McKendree, in 2015 against Hope International, and in 2014 against UC Merced.
In that previous play, a nice little turn and burn by Camden.
He was trying to keep that alive. Ian McLean not able to poke that one over. Seems like every time these guys step on the court, they're setting some type of record. Excuse me.
And you can tell that they're having fun at the same time, and that is what matters, as long as you're doing something that you love. And they're just a great, fun, energetic team.
Janky out of bounds.
Billy Fauntleroy to serve.
Fauntleroy back to serve. It is 22-16. And that's a service error. Side out for the Lopes. And just like that, Gianni back to serve. Haven't seen an ace out of him in a while. A lot of those were accumulated in that early first set and early second set.
And from the BYU game, GCU has been able to adapt and lessen those errors. USC, it looks like they need to work on that when they go back home before they take GCU on at home.
Browning blocked, and back inside on their court, Ian McLean and Heath Hughes combining for that block.
That was sent right to the back side of the court, Diana, and there was no black jerseys back there whatsoever.
Yeah, and just to take a look at some of the stats, we got Camden Gianni leading the Lopes with 8 kills, hitting a .429 hitting percentage. He's got 5 digs. And Marley, I always am rooting for someone, whether on both sides, get a double-double. I think that is so cool when men are able to get that statistic. It's awesome. And right behind Gianni, we got Ian McLean with 7 kills. His hitting percentage has went down to a .667, which is still very good. He's got 2 digs, something we don't see from him very often as a middle. Christian Janke really coming in, making plays. He's got 6 kills. So does Hugo Fisher. And Kyle Thompson behind them with 4. And on USC's side, we got Billy Fauntleroy with 10 kills. He's gone up in those double digits. He's got 3 digs, 1 assist. Clay Dickinson right behind him with 6 kills and 2 digs. So those are the leaders for USC.
It is now 22-16 here inside the arena. GCU and Camden Gianni with the 7 service aces. And make that 8.
Service ace for Camden Gianni, and theoretically, okay, Marley, he's sitting at 7 service aces now, 8. Theoretically, if he hits a service ace for these next 2 points, he's got a double-double. I don't want to put too much pressure on him, though. Gianni with the serve. And hits that one out of bounds.
And you know, everyone goes quiet here inside the arena. I think we're kind of holding our breath to see if he can get to those double digits. Browning for USC.
Hughes, back row, Hugo Fisher, that's an up dig. Hugo Fisher with the tip, Paxton's there. Out to Dickinson, he goes down line. Gianni chasing it down, not able to get there in time. It is 23-18, and USC is catching up to the Lopes.
And number 11, Billy Fauntleroy, putting up a sky ball right there. Kind of gives both teams time to breathe as we got Billy Browning for USC back up.
Gianni receives it. Out to Janke, and that's blocked and out of bounds. And like that, we are at set point, game point. At 24-18. Trevor Weary is going to check in for the first time today to take the set point serve. He's going to go with the floater. Hall outside to Dickinson, off the block. Lewin throws it over, out of system to Janke, into the block. Hughes is there. Kyle Thompson from the middle, out of bounds. That was a good rally there. Lots of back and forth action.
The Lopes are looking to seal the deal here. 19 USC, GCU 24.
And Reed is going to check in and take the serve. Gianni. Hughes to Janke. He goes under the net. Point goes to the Trojans. Reed's going to take the serve again. And GCU still sitting at set point, but USC rapidly catching up.
And you know, Diana, with sports, anything can happen.
And that's what I love about volleyball. You never know what points can go so fast. Hugo Fisher ends the third set. And that's going to be a 3-set sweep for the Lopes. And man, what a game. Really loved that third set. There was a lot to unpack during that. We're going to go ahead and have some post-game banter. We're going to send you to a quick break. We'll be right back here with the player of the game. You're watching men's volleyball right here on GCU TV.
While you explore our country, let Community Tire Pros be part of your journey. We're here to give everyone something to look forward to. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today.
Once you've been to hell and back, there's not much left to fear. When the boogeyman goes to sleep at night, he checks under his bed for me. Have you ever wondered who Waldo's hiding from? Me. Not even the Cougars of LA are enough to scare me. But if I get into an accident, I'm calling the boss, Sweet James. If you've been hurt, don't back down. Call Sweet James.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country. GCU offers 270 dynamic academic programs with modern apartment-style living, classrooms, labs, restaurants, and more. Located in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, GCU in America. My university integrates the free market system with a welcoming Christian worldview perspective into its academic programs and throughout campus life, so you can put your faith into action and help transform communities. GCU campus students received over $157 million in scholarships in 2020, and many students attend GCU for less than the cost of a state university. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for. Admissible high school seniors can schedule a free visit from anywhere in the country. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer.
When you have the urge to play outside, Tire Pros wants to get you there, offering convenience, selection, and our national roadside assistant. Message us or schedule an appointment online at Community Tire Pros today. Tire Pros, we're here for you.
Welcome back inside the GC Arena as the Lopes just swept the number 6 in the MPSF USC Trojans. Marley, lots of good things on the Lopes side. It's definitely hard to pick a player of the game, but tonight's player of the game will indeed be Heath Hughes.
Yes, Heath Hughes, we talked about his agility out there and the effort that he puts in for this team and every single game. He has 1 kill, 7 digs, but then goes back to the assists, and this is why he is ranked 2nd nationally. 4 assists, he has 23. And what a great player. You got to continue to watch him as he continues on with his volleyball career.
And you know, I love to talk about, I hope to always talk about the setter, because really setters, they're the lifeblood of the team. They're the people who make kills happen, and I think that's oftentimes overlooked, especially when just looking at volleyball at a glance. He's definitely a great addition to the Lopes squad. A fantastic setter, very talented setter. Once again, ranks number 2 in the nation in assists per set. Well, let's go ahead and unpack all those stats for tonight's matchup.
And before we touch on the stats, let's go back to that setter position. It kind of touches back with point number 2 of keys to the game, shake and bake. That offense and defense, but that setter position is in charge of controlling a lot of the offense, and Heath Hughes did a lot of good work controlling that shake and bake within the team.
Yeah, setters are what I like to call, in another sports term, they're like the quarterback. I mean, next time, viewers, if you get the chance to tune in to our boys, take a look at Heath Hughes and watch him, because he'll pull his jersey to the side and he'll give hand signals to the guys for what they're running. So he really, truly is the quarterback of a volleyball team. Let's go ahead and look at the stats for tonight's matchup.
Let's take a look at kills right there. GCU almost has 10 more, have 9 more kills than USC. They got 34. They limited their errors to 9. It did not get in double digits. However, USC did with 17. Total attempts was 30, 22 for USC. Again, that hitting percentage, they really held them. They held them to that .11 that we mentioned earlier. Blocks was 7, assists 13 for GCU, and then digs right there 25. Great job by USC, though, to stay in that game. They just left the court after stretching. Their coaches still coming by, giving them fist bumps, and we will see them in their home court as we move to the road for the rest of March for all our games.
Yeah, boys really working up to a busy schedule. But those stats were brought to you by Commonwealth Insurance. And as we wrap up, remember, you can follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And don't forget to download the Lope Nation app so you can watch all live streams from your mobile device, or subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. I'd like to make a special thank you to our crew for Robert Purcell, Matthew Fajardo, Cheyenne Rose, and of course on behalf of Marley Thompson, we thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to watch the boys play again on April 2nd at 6 p.m. They're going to take on UCLA. Also, St. Patrick's Day. Have a great night, and as always, go Lopes.